Chris Roberts here for Fight Up TV. What's your preference for the Anthony Joshua fight?
Well, because Dillian Whyte's our guy, I want to deliver him a shot at the world title. And that's what the plan has always been, to get him to a position to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, you know, that's the dream for any fighter, and he's got that opportunity. The deal's got to be right for him. He doesn't feel it is at the moment. I want Joshua to be the undisputed heavyweight champion. That's Deontay Wilder. Their team has absolutely no interest in fighting Anthony Joshua at all. So much so they won't even reply. So we have to rule him out and focus on the guys that do want the fight. So right now it's just a case of making a decision, and that'll have to be done, I don't know, end of the weekend, something like that. So, you know, Joshua's in camp for April 13, but it doesn't mean that that will necessarily be the date. We hope it is.
How far are you in terms of, you know, the offer that you've made to Dillian and the offer that obviously he's getting, you know, he's out talking to other promoters looking for other deals. In terms of what he's being offered elsewhere and what you're offering, how far are you?
Nothing's going to compare financially to what he's been offered to fight Anthony Joshua, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to take that offer. You know, he's got his perception of the value that he has in that fight. We've made an offer, or Anthony's made an offer. He's in charge of the money for when he fights, that he believes Dillian is worth. It's much more than a mandatory split with the WBO. So, you know, you'd hope that, but Dillian's worked very hard to get himself into a position where he feels he has a lot of value in the fight, and he does. But, you know, again, I want him to get a shot at the world heavyweight title. So we're just trying to marry everything up. Spoke to him last night. If he doesn't fight Joshua, he'll be out in April, you know, in another big heavyweight fight. So, but I want to give him the shot, because that's what we've been working towards.
If the Miller fight is agreed for Joshua, obviously, is that April at Wembley scrapped and that fight goes to the US?
Yes, Madison Square Garden.
That has to happen in the US.
There's a couple of US options, not just Miller, but I feel like Miller would be the right fight if he was going to go and explode in the US market.
Right, and just the final one, obviously Liam Smith now on Matchroom. He was talking before, he's quite passionate about, you know, potential Kell Brook matchup later in the year or the start of next year. What are your sort of thoughts on that?
I didn't sign Liam to fight Kell Brook, and I didn't really even think about it. Since we signed him, there's been a lot of responses. Oh, you've got to make the Kell Brook fight. So I'm seeing Kell in a minute, and maybe, not on the agenda. I would like to get them both shots at the World Heavyweight title, or both being big fights, but sometimes things aren't possible and they end up coming together, and I have no problem making Liam Smith Kell Brook in 2019. I think it's a great fight.
Good man, thanks for talking to Fight Up TV. Cheers.